get excited talking about this shit, man.
We good, man.
We good?
Yeah, we good now.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the 1216 podcast. We have a couple of topics, more a good amount more than usual than we normally do for you all this week. Covering more, like we said, we were going to start getting into more other pop culture stuff as well, not just anime. We really waiting on more shows to come back. That's why we're just doing these kind of lists and all that kind of stuff. But when stuff starts coming back, we'll definitely start talking about that.
Thanks.
So on this week's episode, we will be doing our top 3 arcs, top 5 devil fruits. We're gonna do a Dragon Ball superhero review.
You got it right.
Yeah. I got that typed out, man, so I don't fuck up. We got a House of the Dragon recap and predictions for tomorrow night's episode. And we have a She-Hulk review for this week's episode and predictions on what we will see going forward.
Should be it's a great topic, man. Great topics.
You said what? Oh, She-Hulk, yeah.
You don't watch Hot D?
No, funny as hell. No. No. It's only a select few to watch Hot D. No. Okay, so we're gonna kick it off with our top 3 arcs.
Yes, sir.
As you know, we go bottom to top. So with your number 3, we can start with you, 12. What you got?
Cool. With me, starting off in our top 3 arcs. Top 3 arcs. We starting off at Amazon. It's like a hybrid for me. Okay. Amazon Lily / the Marine Ford arc.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's get it.
So starting off, I'm throwing Amazon Lily inside here. Not of all time. I'm throwing Amazon Lily inside here for the simple fact that this opened up the light for the comedy side of One Piece.
Okay.
Won't say what, but you will see it if you're watching it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Amazon Lily arc, man, watching that is probably had me in the most tears when it comes to laughter because of just how joyful and carefree Luffy was around, females. Luffy being who he is.
Yeah.
But it was a hybrid with Marine Ford because I think both arcs played a big factor into like the development of Luffy. One was after the other, of course, with the Kuja pirates capturing and doing all of this stuff, and Luffy being a prisoner and showing his dick. But with everything going on inside here, it was just like we couldn't miss the fact that Luffy grew up.
Yeah, we're not gonna speed past it like you didn't say it. We definitely heard it, but you can continue.
So, but from that arc, Amazon Lily and Marine Ford, because how close they are together, I couldn't leave them off. 2 different arcs.
Okay.
One, we got to see the end of probably one of the strongest men to ever walk the earth, and also one of the son of the most dangerous man to probably walk the earth. Probably call it the most dangerous. And of course, we got your girl Hancock to show.
Funny as hell, yeah. You talking about Amazon Lily before Marine 4 or after?
So Amazon Lily before when he was doing his before when he was there running around and just exploring the island, getting caught, jumping around.
Okay.
Getting mushrooms picked off him and getting his mushroom picked. But but also the part after really wasn't too much that I could lean on. But it was definitely before and after.
Okay. That's the specific reason I was asking, only because for my number 3, I have Impel Down Marine Ford.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm literally in the middle of a rewatch of that right now. So maybe my list that could be a bit skewed. But you have it on your list as well, so maybe it's not. Maybe my heart is in the right place because I'm rewatching it. I really want to get back to watching it like I haven't already seen it before. Like I'm that into it again. But seeing just Luffy knowing from the jump, I'm going to say all the stuff that's going on with Ace is like, hey, I gotta save Ace. From him, no matter what anybody was saying, when he breaks into the most secure prison in the world.
First off,
the most secure prison in the world, broke in to save his brother. I mean, bro, just on a whole nother level. Broke in to break out, a whole nother level type shit.
We all know Luffy couldn't be black because when no black nigga go inside jail and break into jail.
Funny as hell.
For my brother? No, I'm good. I ain't going back.
Said, nah, that's my dog, man. So, with him going, all the stuff that he faced, having to fight Magellan, getting poisoned, to meeting up with Ivankov, to Bone having to basically like drag him all the way to Ivankov, and then all that he went through to basically be able to fight again and move again because of all the poison and whatnot, which pays off way later on for him.
Hey, man.
It pays off. But yeah, with him, just all the struggles that he faced in the prison to get to his brother, to find out, damn, I'm too late to get to him. To him meeting Jinbei for the first time, my dog, to forming a relationship with him, them breaking out the prison, all they had to do to get out of there, then to the war, which I'm at right now, but all of the stuff that went on in the war, really getting to see the strength of the world government.
Yep.
The seven warlords of the sea, but at that point they had 5 there because it was Blackbeard had left and Jinbei got locked up, obviously. Got locked up, obviously, because he was against the war.
Actually, Blackbeard showed back up.
Not it don't count because he wasn't on their side, right? He was just using them ends to a means.
Neither was Boa Hancock. She was on nobody's side but Luffy's.
Absolutely, facts. That is true. That is definitely true. Facts. No, but then seeing the 3 admirals I believe for the first time with
all
them
fight
just
together,
all lined up, now sitting on the chair. To the iconic scene with Luffy getting up there holding a mask in front of all 3 of them, like to him finally, getting up there, getting his brother out, to being able to see him fight with him, although it's a tragic ending. I won't get too much into that for people who haven't seen it. Well, there you go. There you go. He dies. But yeah, it was really it was really good. I kind of wanted to see the crew, would have wondered what would have happened if the crew had been with him, but seeing him on his own, kind of on his own journey, forming, not necessarily away from the crew, but how he forms the relationships that kind of help pay off way later down the line as that Oda, great GOAT storyteller, man. It just all works out, man. So that's definitely my 3rd as well.
I wanna go back to something you said though. Well, if they were all there, the whole crew, if that would have played out, I see at least half of them dying.
Okay.
Because
they weren't ready for it yet.
Yeah. So like, either Zoro or Sanji would definitely die. That's one of the ones that I think would die for sure. It's one or the other would definitely die because it's going to be them trying to overprotect and then end up dying from that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
trying to say somebody.
So it's
they weren't ready for that shit. That's why they got split up before it, which makes sense.
Yeah. So and then the most iconic scene from, not the most iconic, because the most iconic scene from that was definitely Luffy and
you gonna say them fighting together.
Yeah, them fighting together. Yeah. But
I feel that.
Like it'd have been really cool to see if like that happened though. But my biggest what if is still what if Sabo got his memory back just a little bit earlier. That's
bro.
my whole biggest
Oh
what
man,
if.
oh man, oh man, oh man.
Team ASL.
Man, funny as hell.
But that's a good one right there. I'm gonna go into number two, and I think I'm gonna add it here, even though it's not completed yet. And it's the Wano arc.
Oh well.
Number two was definitely Wano arc for me because of just what we get to see the actual growth of the characters. So now that we're out of Marine Ford, out of Abodi, out of Arlong Park, we're out of a lot of different arcs that came up, and them building up to where they are now kind of shows the resilience and the training that Odin wrote that had them all pay off. Um, Going through with that is like I'm really excited to this arc to be completed inside the animation form, completed inside of the manga form, but the animation, and I really want to see how this goes, just to see just truly how powerful each character is and how much they've grown. We've seen a good amount so far though. Like watching, I'm even gonna add DS Drake inside here. So Drake, Hawkins, um, Apu, seeing them all come
Man.
back inside there is like, man, that's
Mm-hmm.
pretty dope. And just seeing that like the Straw Hats aren't the only one getting more powerful. We got the
Facts,
Kid
facts.
Pirates, the Heart Pirates. Man, like this arc has it all. I
Mm.
wanted the only arc I would put over this arc if it was something like outside of my number one would have to be Whole Cake. If Whole Cake took a different turn, if they were to actually get down with Big Mom, and now that they are, like I'm rocking with this arc heavily.
I feel it. With my number two, I have Dressrosa.
Ooh.
Said I just from seeing what you think is a kind of magical, beautiful place with people living hand in hand with toys and all that kind of stuff. To people cheering for fighters and whatnot in the arena, and then you see the real underside of the country, what's really, when you really start to find out what's really going on when you meet the soldier and everything. It's like,
Hmm.
oh man, okay,
Dark
this is kind
side.
of, yeah, this is kind of deep. And then you get into all the stuff with Doflamingo's background and how he's related to the celestial dragons, how he knows information that he got in there and saw something, and he knows it to be able to hold it hostage against them so that they can't even do anything to him. It's just like, man, it's so much um that goes on during it. It's a real emotional arc with Rebecca and her father and her mother and everything that happened with the king, and how
Oh,
everybody thinks the king was a murderer and betrayed the kingdom, and it's just all a part of Doflamingo's plan, which is why he's one of my favorite villains, because he's calculating about everything that he does. But then you see Luffy coming in and just like, hey, no, bro, you ain't finna keep doing this shit. You know what I mean? And he comes in, the fight is really what seals everything for me with him and Law teaming up. You see Bellamy come back, which was great. Which was definitely great. Um, Him teaming up, Luffy and Law teaming up to take down Doflamingo was one of my favorite fights. As I talked about, what was it? I guess last week. Was definitely one of my favorite. Yeah,
yeah.
one of my favorite fights. So I mean, that art just overall legit.
Plus, that arc brings back Sop.
Man, How could I not mention that, right? How could I forget to mention that? Yeah, right. With Luffy and the hug and
the tears, the giant core fish that he was in as he ran away and pretended.
And then Sabo gets the Ace's fruit, devil fruit, and everything. Yeah, it's real. It's a real emotional arc.
That arc had me crying, bro.
Man, no, it was a real emotional arc.
Oh man, I wouldn't trade that arc for anything in the world.
Man,
Oda did that on purpose, where he hurt my feelings and then raised them right back up. I got a picture sitting right here on my wall of Ace, Sabo, and Luffy as kids, and then up until they're adults. And in the middle of Sabo and Ace is the flame fruit.
Okay.
So yeah, man. Arc was something else. Guys, I don't know. I had to pull up.
Funny, that's it.
People don't want that smoke, man. They don't want that smoke with me yet, man. Still training to be the best swordsman inside the USA, North America. I'm from the North Blue.
Hell no.
But let's jump right into that number one arc. If you guys know me, you would know that I have a connection to this arc a lot because I talk about it so much outside of this, and on top of this, this arc is just downright setupable for the entire future. But before we get into that, Law, we have a question inside the chat. The question says, off topic, who do you guys think is the strongest anime character of all time?
I have no clue, man. Because I know everybody gonna say Goku.
No, I'm going One Punch Man.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what everybody say on Facebook. Goku.
It's
solos the verse. Goku solos the verse. I don't really even get into all of that because different strengths and different different abilities and all that other kind of stuff. So I don't even I don't get into all that. I just like them I have favorite characters, put it like that, and
Goku's that's your favorite.
Yeah, he is not one of my favorite characters, no. As you can see from the back, Vegeta, that's my dog. That's my guy.
Good question, though, man. Good question. You guys are definitely free to always.
No, definitely a good question. I just that's too hard of a question for me to answer because I don't really get into all of that kind of.
Fuck it, the Flash.
Funny as hell, no. I am there.
You go back in time and do some shit. Can Goku go back in time? No. Actually, you can't. But to get back to it, my number one arc. Number one arc for me is going to be probably the most slept on arc and the most skipped arc, I think. And it's the Skypiea arc. Yeah, off back like. Skypiea arc comes in at my number one only because it wasn't number one originally. Originally it was Dressrosa, but I took Dressrosa down a few pegs, probably 5 pegs. But this arc comes in and it's a segue for a lot of things that Oda talks about inside the future. Plus, you get to go up there and only see my favorite villain up there, and Nail and Enlightening. The Guru no Mi guy, and man, I'm already knowing that this would not be the last time that we see the Sky Island people. Pretty sure they're gonna come down soon, and it embodies the biggest party that they've had up until we get to a certain point. Next time they can get party, of course. But this is probably the biggest party that they've had, which shows just how free of a person Luffy is. And a segue, this arc also sets up something else that I cannot talk about.
Yeah, I was going to say, watch what you say.
It sets up something that I cannot talk about. But if you guys know.
Yeah, yeah. If you know, you know. I don't, so we gonna leave it at that.
Not ruin those spoilers inside here. And
I
this is the
appreciate that.
anime only.
I appreciate that.
Up to you, man. Let's finish this list
Okay.
off. Let's finish lift off strong.
All right, for me, even though it is not complete, as you have said, for your number two, it is my number one. I simply could not have this as number one. Um, it's set. I mean, it's just set up so early in the new world arc, when basically as soon as you get past what is it? As soon as you get past Fishman Island,
Yeah.
it's continual setup for this arc right here. So it's like, bro, I can't not have it as number one.
Yeah, yeah.
Just, you know what I mean? It's so much longer than just the actual episodes of just Wano. It sets up so much further back, from Punk Hazard meeting Law to setting up that alliance, to taking down Doflamingo for getting rid of the smiles and what that does to the underground weapon system and all that kind of stuff, the black market deals and all of that.
Yep.
To meeting Kinemon and Momonosuke and bitch ass Kanjuro and Riser, to getting all the way up to Wano, to everybody, kind of basically like splitting up. Well, not necessarily splitting up. Some people got there earlier, some people got there later, to finding each other, to where we are now in the fighting and all of that. It's just like, man, it's amazing, bro. It's hard not to. You can't not have it on your list somewhere. It doesn't have to necessarily be number one, but it has to be up there, because it's just so much that goes into it, that it's not just those episodes or those chapters. If you reading it, it's so much longer than that. And for me, I have even more questions, especially after this previous week's episode, because I definitely thought at some point on the roof is when fucking Luffy ass was gonna go Gear 5, but clearly that's not gonna happen, because he just got his motherfucking ass knocked off the roof and into the water. So I have no clue. You know what I mean? I have so many questions. Like, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen, because I have no idea. I haven't read it, so
we can't even talk about the shit.
Exactly. Each week, each episode is just like, man, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next. Wano is just, it's like that, man. I'm trying to tell you guys, you got to get into it and take that trip. Is worth it. I'm telling you, man. It is worth it, man.
That 1,030 episode trip.
Yeah, 33, I think, something like that.
Shit.
It's worth it.
Wano would be number one. It would be number one if it was completed. I'm only putting it not a number one for the simple fact that it's not finished anime wise. Manga arcs, oh yeah, we gone. Run it.
Hell no.
But that's a perfect setup, because now we're going to transition into our top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 devil fruits. And it's not just because of the user of it, but just because of the devil fruit in general. We may have our bias. I know the fact that I will have bias. Law,
I got a bias too, of course. Of course. Hey, listen.
It had to be there.
I can't. I can't.
You can't not put it up on your list.
But it's only one though. It's only one. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the one you can leave off.
Facts. Okay, here we go. So for my number 5, it is Katakuri. What is it? The Mochi.
Nice.
Listen, man. Here's being able to kind of make any kind of form and whatnot with your body, because it's mochi and whatnot, is just, and the way he's able to match, or not even necessarily match, to exceed Luffy, because Luffy only has 2, but he was able to make what, like 4 or 5, 6,
yeah.
you know, however many he needed to be able to, you know, swing back at him. It's just like being able to turn into a donut, the rolling and all that kind of, just, man, like, it's legit, dog. It is legit.
And able to use hockey around your stuff as well, the harden emoji.
Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. So that's my number 5.
He's starting off with Logia types. I'm already knowing how this list's gonna go.
Like yourself.
My number 5 is coming in as the Zushi no Mi, which is the gravity fruit used by Fujitora.
Okay.
And I can't leave that off. Yes.
With it.
Those who don't know who Fujitora is, you're missing out on the good part. Fujitora and this gravity fruit, bro, just being able to manipulate rocks, fly around, whatever you want, and not just rocks, but any item in general, fly around at will, just using your powers just the way you want to use them. Is just
Meteor!
Bruh, the man sent the whole chunk of the planet into the air and just threw it back down. Who does this? even though Zoro cut it in half, you know, he's gonna do shit. It took Mihawk to actually destroy it.
The world's greatest swordsman.
Second, I'm the first.
I played these out.
May I remind you?
I am dead. What was it? Emma.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Show. Good.
All right, we all good to go.
All
number
right.
4.
So for my number 4, fuck the person, but the ability is like legit as fuck. So I have Blackbeard. Ability, the dark fruit, the ability to steal devil fruit powers and give them to your subordinates. I mean, come on. Come on. He was able to defeat Ace. I mean, you know, this is why I said fuck the person, but the power. I mean, you know, being able to defeat Ace, what he was able to do to Luffy and impale down, him not knowing what, you know, what was really going on, just being able to steal Whitebeard's ability at the end of Marineford, just his ability being, you know, just being able to steal abilities, it's legit. What else? Being able to drag people into the darkness and then throw it back, pull them into
this repairing. Yeah, he's kind of like what's his name from Naruto? Pain.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that ability.
Yep.
He pulled Ace in.
Ace in. Yep.
Yeah. Ace had that Firefly, man. It was ugly feeling, but still over with. Oh yeah, he walked right into the front door of Impel Down. He walked right into the front door. I was like, oh yeah, cool. La 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 la. All y'all fight for my amusement. Whoever wins gets to come with me. Yeah, like we were actually that Denver food is different.
That's legit.
What's the stuff?
I feel it.
The first time we might have a lot of common on these lists, man. This might be our first list without having
I was
something
gonna say
repeated.
for sure, because there's so many fucking devil root abilities, bro. It's so hard to fucking pick. It's really hard to pick.
All right, we on to number 4 for myself. Unless you, if you're not done.
No, I'm good. That was fun.
No, number 4 is going to be the Tori no Mi model Zoan type Phoenix.
Okay.
AKA Marco's fruit.
Marco.
Yes. Marco's fruit is just beyond amazing. You basically cannot get if you get damage taken to yourself, you heal yourself. If somebody else is damage to them, you heal them. The only downfall is that you can't use the flames to do damage, but he does have them Talus feats because he is a Phoenix still. He does a lot of damage still. He even blocked, what is it? He blocked that magma fruit from Akainu. Yeah. Like the only other person I seen block something like that was Shanks with the sword.
Man,
No devil fruit needed for that one.
Facts.
But yeah, that coming in on number 4, like this, like his power is a great support and defense and offense, all around perfect zone type.
So just before, as we said, it's funny because 12 said we're not gonna have a lot of things in common because there's so many different fruit abilities. Coming in at number 3, I have Marco. And like we said, y'all, we do not talk about our lists and all that kind of stuff beforehand. We come up with the topics during the week, make our list and everything on our own, and then you all hear it for the first time, and we're hearing each other's stuff for the first time. So we reacting just like you all are reacting. So my number 3 is Marco for basically all the reasons listed henceforth by 12. So it's really hard for me to, kind of go on about that because he basically said everything there is to say about it.
Oh, damn.
So we can move on to your number 3, 12.
Well, 16, I know you won't have this one right here. It is the Guru Guru no Mi, a.k.a. the lightning fruit used by Nail. Mm-hmm. Nail's lightning abilities, amazing. I could travel, speed of light. I could go through clouds just like that. The devil fruit is by far probably one of the top 5 strongest devil fruits. I'm probably inside history of devil fruits. It's probably top 5 just because of just all of the aspects that have of it. Like I really think if you have this ability, you may be able to be like Storm from X-Men.
Man,
but man, that's like I'm not gonna speak too much about this because man, lightning abilities, bro. No, he just can't use them. It's Luffy.
No, facts. Rubber. He said lightning doesn't work. He said, cause I'm rubber. He said fire doesn't work either, cause I got guts. That's my dog.
And he never knew. He never would have known that until he fit. See what I said earlier. Skypea art plays a lot of importance. Man,
that's my dog, man. Okay, what are we on?
2.
2. Okay, for my number 2, I have me. And if you don't know who me is Law. That's my guy. So it's hard. So for me, it's so hard not to associate the person with the devil fruit. But if you do take that aside, his ability is just, bro.
Room.
Shambles, switching, attack, injection shot, antibacterial curtain. Is just so many different things he can do, bro. The Surgeon of Death. The Surgeon of Death. His name speaks for himself. What was it? Gamma knife, I think that's what he used when he was fighting Kaido to try.
Kaido, he put it inside the
chest. To destroy him from the inside. Yeah, listen, that ability is legit. And then what was Dofi trying to get it for? Because the potential of immortality or something.
So if the person who has the fruit dies, sacrifices themselves, they can give eternal life to somebody else.
Oh, okay. That's why he was saying die for me, Law. Okay, got you. Bet. Okay, got it. But yeah, his abilities, man, he comes in clutch. Being able to help and save Luffy. After Marineford, man, that's my guy. So, like I said, it's hard to separate it. His ability, because his personality has to do with what he's doing and how he's using his power and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's my number 2.
Oh. Number 1 is the same as fruit.
I am dead. Okay.
Everything 16 just stated. The fact that it's a great fruit, taking Law out the equation. Of course, you have to know some form of how to work a human body, where things are at, or animal's body or whatnot. Because when he went up against somebody, he stabbed them, and was it Kaido? Stabbed him, and he said, "I think this is what heart is." Like that. What was that? He's looking at somebody, and he tried to use the gamma. He tried to use the gamma knife against somebody that had a zone.
I think was it Hawkins?
I think was it. We would double check that. I promise you.
For sure, yeah, for sure.
But he used it. Like you gotta just know what that. But 16 hit it. I'm not gonna go deep into it because, of course, this is a One Piece talk. You know, main character being Luffy. So take us away for number one.
All right. So, as was just stated, my number one is the gum fruit. I mean, bro, like that's the. I mean, we spend the most time with it. We see it develop, all the different applications and whatnot. You can basically do. It's as limited. The devil fruit is as limited as your imagination. Put it like that. So basically anything you could think of to contort and try and do with your body and whatnot, you can pull off bullet, the rocket. Gatling, UFO, rocket. I mean, bruh, it's just so much. Fireworks. You can turn it into the giant version of all the other stuff. Just like, bruh, Thor axe. I mean, it's just so many Gump scythe. I mean, it's so many different things that you can do. All the different gears. I have no idea. We know we get all the way up to 5. I have no idea if it goes anywhere past 5. But I mean, it's just so much stuff that you can do with it. So I mean, it's really hard not to have that as my number one.
I feel you. That's definitely hard not to have it.
Nah.
I wonder who create the bigger foot, him or Robin?
Funny as hell. I don't know.
Technically speaking, Robin can make it. Yeah, technically speaking, because when she does that, Gigamontos or whatever it is, yeah. So technically speaking, she can make a giant woman out of herself.
Hey, funny as hell. Throwing the bitches.
The only thing is she takes damage to you. Like whatever happens to that happens to her. Because who was it when she was on Dressrosa? Going back to this.
Yeah, when Sugar touched her.
They should have a giant fight. So bad. Getting as big as he can and Robin.
Yeah.
Robin could have saved DS Soul. The giant that saved her life. So maybe she didn't know it back then. That's a good solid list though. We tried our best not to line things up. Of course. These things happen. I tried my best not to line up any fruits that law might have, but 16 is law, and law is 16, so that's going to be up on there regardless. And
I'm dead.
He also has the sword, but he doesn't want a sword. We have a sword fight one day. I'm gonna show who the strongest husband is.
Hell no.
But let's get into our next topic. And it is going to be a heated debate, most likely. Probably not. But close enough to it to whereas you guys will get entertainment. So let me pull up the cutscene. Trailer.
Oh, for the movie.
Yeah. Trailer. I want to watch it for reason. Ready?
Okay. I can hear it.
Actually, not bad for this.
Mm-hmm.
It's been and Sean. Watched. Right. I don't want to spoil everything. Anybody who hasn't seen the movie.
Oh, for sure.
I know there's a trailer, but you guys go watch. I'm gonna let Law start off because we have mixed feelings about this movie. I'm gonna prove him wrong.
Hey, listen. You feel how you feel about it, and I'm just fine with that. And I feel how I feel about it, and we gonna be just fine with that too. I did not like this movie one bit. It and it didn't even have anything to do with the animation. I had no problem with the whole kind of, what was it, like the 3D modeling of it. Yeah, I had no problem with that. That was fine with me. Like you said, the fight scenes and whatnot, they were fine. I just really didn't like the whole premise behind it. It was really corny, and it just felt like a huge rehash of something that we've seen before. So it just felt kind of pointless to watch. That's really just how I felt about it. The fights and whatnot, they were legit. But I just didn't really like the fact that it just felt like a rehash. I guess that's really the only reason I did not like the movie, is just because it felt like a microwave version of the Cell games. So yeah, there's spoilers. I'm sorry, there's spoilers. It felt like a microwave version of the Cell games. That's really what that felt like, and that's why I didn't like it.
So
If that makes sense.
that makes a lot of sense. It wasn't put inside the oven,
It was microwaved.
but I look at it as pretty much how all of Gohan has been. When against Radix, you're a strong headbutt. Against Frieza, strong.
Nah.
I got potential unlocked. I could fight Frieza for a little bit, and then I'm done. I'm a teenager now. I'm strong. I can fight Cell, beat Cell. I grew up.
And it all goes downhill from there.
No, because then I'm a late teenager now. My ultimate ability is like, now I'm ultimate Gohan. I can't turn Super Saiyan no more, but I'm still the strongest in the universe. And this is and then there's the Super Tournament of Power. Gohan, you're the strongest warrior. Come show your craft. I haven't been fighting for a long time. I haven't kept up with it, but I guess I can get I can get where you're going with that, definitely. But I enjoyed this a lot. Like this showed this if this showed favorite part is at the end when Vegeta finally wins and beats Goku.
One,
Yeah. So outside of
my
that,
dog. That's my dog.
outside of that, yeah, go. Outside of that, Gohan is the strongest.
Man.
Like he is proof that Gohan is showing it now, and it's been able to be shown. I think instead of a more lightweight, that might be more canon down the line. So keeping that inside, man. Like, cool, it's canon. Um, Getting it from there. Gohan is the strongest. And I hope that we can see it in when Dragon Ball Super comes back next year, I believe. For next, yeah, I hope it comes. We have a lot of anime coming back.
Yeah, I'm just not over the fact that he's been he's been nerfed since the Cell games. That's the way I look at it. I'm sorry, he's been nerfed since then.
He has because it was whole. You got to study.
He had the potential. He has the potential to be the strongest fighter in the world.
Yeah,
he really does. He has the potential to pass his father. I don't care what anybody. I don't care what any of the fanboys say and all that kind of shit. He has the potential. Goku knew his ass had the potential, but something happened. I believe they said something happened where he was supposed to pass him up or something like that, pass the torch on to him, and people weren't ready to let go of Goku or something like that.
So. Yeah. So what happened was Goku was supposed to die off and fully be dead after the Cell games had ended, and is supposed to take over from Gohan from there. But people were still
stuck with him, and that's what it was. Okay, I knew it was something. Because he was definitely supposed to be the guy, but I get why people were. You've been with him for so long, you're connected to the character.
Yeah,
I understand it, but
that's like us getting.
Gohan is my dog. I've never been a Goku fan, so
that's like us.
That's just me.
That's like us getting to the Grand Line and Luffy dying.
Bruh. Bruh. Yeah. I didn't been with this motherfucker 1,000 episodes and he died before we get the fucking rafter. Come on, what?
Shit, even not even just through the Grand Line, but at the coming down a little fucking the path of the reverse mountain.
Before Laboon.
Yeah.
Laboon.
At reverse mountain, and then boom, he dies. It's like, damn. We're taking over this crew now. Oh well,
right. Usopp. Captain Usopp. He told you he's gonna be the captain.
He was never sure about that. Is going on. So for me, this movie opened my eyes a lot more. They were trying to, of course, be comical with stuff like that. The comedy inside of it was here and there. Some things kind of funny though, of course. But I definitely talk about this movie because I see a lot coming out of this movie that has potential out of it. So we all know that Frieza is training still, wants to beat the monkey race. I mean the sand race. On top of that, we see Broly is finally there. We get to see Beerus, and Beerus is hitting on Broly's girl. That'd be a good fight. But just overall, like things are kind of like molded to. The big three would definitely be Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. But above them all, or actually, it just might be Goku, Vegeta. Above them might be like Broly, like halfway above them, and then Gohan above them, and Piccolo like right below. I like this movie a lot only because of the orange. Like I like it a lot because we got to see a lot more Piccolo. Like this was
father and son.
Yeah, father and son. I was gonna say something different. I was gonna say this was a nigga movie. Like,
hell no.
We got to see the token green guy finally get some light behind him. It's crazy that Gohan can't see unless he's a Super Saiyan. I still don't know why that is. You have Dragon Ball. So if Bulma is wishing for her butt to look better,
And man, right?
why can't we just fix Gohan's
So
eyes?
motherfucking better eyesight.
That's terrible. Just went the wrong way. Yeah, I want to look better, spice me up, make my butt look like it's 18, something like that. Like, wait, why would you get this nigga better eyes? Make his eyes sight better.
Man.
DBZ in the future, or DBS, or DB, whatever you want to call it. I think this movie did a good setting up. See, the only thing I didn't like about this movie is Gohan's hair.
Okay.
If you guys all watch, Kids Next Door, and you remember number 4
Number 4, I am dead.
Like, this is who he looks like a giant version of number 4 right here. I'm pointing up or on the screen. That's what's going to be.
Funny as hell.
I'm gonna pop it in for YouTube purposes.
Hell no.
Actually, we went to the movie theater. Me and my homies did, and one of them ended up going to sleep, so he couldn't even watch the movie. It's $22 to go to sleep 3 minutes into the movie.
I'm dead.
It was a good movie though. Like, if you want to watch, I would recommend people do watch it because, of course, if you're a fan of this saga, watch it. On top of that, it's like it's a setup for Gohan's return as a Z fighter.
No, that's definitely what it feels like.
Again. Versus Frieza. Radix. Versus Boo. Trying to get juicy though. Trying to get real juicy.
Here we go. I am dead. Is that hot D I smell?
It's spicy over here.
That hot D?
That hot D. As you all know, we like to talk about anime starting off, of course, but we get into that hot D topic along with MCU that's coming back out and possibly other things on the way. Episode 5.
What was the one that just passed? Episode 4 is what just happened, right?
No, 5.
Nah, 4. Nah, 5. What? Oh, shit. Hold on.
1 second. Bear with us.
Check.
Bear
I know what. Don't worry. We know what happens in the episode. I just need to know the number. Yeah, it was 4. It was 4.
Was it?
Yeah, 4. Because this is the last week we have on them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I thought she was leaving in week 6.
I think that's when we get the new chick.
Yes. Week 6 is when she comes. Numa comes.
I believe so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so episode 4, that was a wild ride.
and all purposes of the 10th wild ride, it was episode 4 half. Hot D was definitely a wild ride.
Man, no, facts. I wasn't even thinking about that when I was saying it, but like, yeah, literally. Oh my goodness. So we have to deal with
under 13.
Yeah, right, yeah. Mature audiences only, for sure. So we got into what was it, Rhaenyra? We saw her, the stuff she was doing with her uncle and the whorehouse, and then she went back to...
It didn't do anything. She thought about it. Damon thought about it. Was like...
Nah, I'm not finna do that. Yeah. I'm gonna chill out on it. Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. So he left her, so she goes back to the room and she gets it on with Christian Cole.
Knight in shining armor.
Man, that was crazy because I'm pretty sure it's like against his vows or something that he takes as like a king's guard or something like that. So we'll see how that ends up playing out in this new episode that comes out tonight or tomorrow night. Yeah, it's not 12 yet. Tomorrow night. Um, because from the trailer it looks like it's gonna be a huge fight because we know. Trailer? Oh yeah, we can pull the trailer right now. But from the trailer while we waiting on them to pull it up. From the trailer, what we did see was some huge fight breaking out. So as we know, Rhaenyra is getting married to Corlys Valerian's son because of the proposed marriage to bring the Targaryens and that Corlys, Valerian. I'm trying to make sure I got the last names and all that right. Corlys Valerian bringing their families together with daughter and son. So with Rhaenyra still being technically the heir to the throne and whatnot, they'll have power going forward and whatnot. They'll rule as they said, the land and the skies. Well, not necessarily. Well, when I mean the land, I mean like the seas and whatnot. The ocean, because they're a ship family, and then having the dragons, so to rule by air. But here's the trailer, so we'll get into a quick showing that the preview for tomorrow night's episode.
The War of Ravens came to an end, and the War of Fire and Blood began. And so Queen Rhaenyra climbed the steps and seated herself on the Iron Throne.
We play an ugly game. You have the determination to win it.
Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out.
The Dance of the Dragons.
No, that's not the one for this week.
I'm coming. That's episode 5.
No, because I thought when they showed. No, I was going to say, I thought when they showed that first one. That was the first one?
Yeah, that was the first one.
What? Go to the one from 4 days ago. That one right there. Yeah.
From my blood come the prince that was promised.
I wish to propose a marriage. My daughter.
This is it, because they were younger. Yeah, this is it. So they had another one too.
Okay, so it's 2 trailers that popped up.
This is the one that I saw. This is the one I think that came right after the episode.
Second Age of Dragons.
Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged.
Yeah, this is the one I saw.
Knives will come out.
That's what I was talking about. This is the fight.
The king will die. And if Rhaenyra succeeds him, war will follow.
Yeah.
Prepare Aegon to rule.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man. Like, so we see a
damn, a plan.
I don't hear. Oh shit, I almost fell. Said we see the fight break out. So I have no clue what kind of information or what happens to spark that off. Like, does somebody find out about what was going on with her and Damon? Does somebody find out about her and Crispin? It's, the possibilities are endless, but it all has to do with Rhaenyra and what she's done.
And the king is obviously gonna die. So this episode,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we know he's gonna die because
it was happening. Back in
I mean, bro, oh my god, with him and Allison, that was disgusting.
That wasn't very Hot D like.
And funny as hell, dog. That was very unhot D like. That was disgusting. That was very unhot D. Funny as hell.
I don't know. That part threw me off with going, but looks like we finally get to see the the factions split and the big war breaks out.
It starts. It looks like it's gonna start to. I believe what. Excuse me. Whatever happens. Damn.
Puff pass.
He's been smoking. That shit's crazy.
That's why I say drink water next to us at all times.
Now, yeah, you see, I was ready with it. I believe whatever happens in this episode this week is gonna be whatever the final nail in the coffin is to finally kind of set everybody into their own corners for when the king dies, so that the civil infighting, the civil war between the Targaryens begins.
Yeah, I can definitely see that right there, because now my whole thoughts is Daemon going to be the Daemon faction trying to take over the throne versus Alice, like her trying to keep the throne for the 3 kids, but for the boys coming in. This is going to be, this is for us. I'm going to fight back against you, Daemon. No, I'm going to become the ruler because we need a man in power type. I want to see how that's gonna play out. We obviously see who was it, the black people with the white hair. What?
The Valerians, Corlys,
yeah, like they're gonna definitely try to get inside that power, but he got picked up fast. Put him on that table.
Man,
this is actually an interesting. That was an interesting 2 trailers that we see.
No, facts.
Because both of them, I haven't watched any trailer at all when it comes to it. Both pretty much new. But it's like, man, like.
Yeah, that second one, that's why I was confused, because that's the like the future actors, the older actors.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, what the hell? Because I sure didn't see this before.
So obviously we know what happens.
Because right. I was gonna say, because they put a trailer for next week's episode at the end of each week's episode. It's kind of like like One Piece. They showing what's gonna happen. A little 1-minute trailer. Yeah, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, so that's actually very interesting to see. I wasn't expecting that.
No, it should be good. It should whatever's gonna happen tomorrow is definitely gonna set the tone for what's going forward, since we're gonna be getting the older actresses, and that's when the war and all that kind of stuff really begins. So I just don't know what sets it off. So that's what I'm really interested to see. God damn, can't even talk.
That's whatever had you stuck by the throat.
Gotta be, man, gotta be.
Because man,
what else? We forgot to talk about how Rhaenyra basically said she was gonna marry dude as long as the king got rid of Otto Hightower, so he can't get talking about that. So he's not gonna be there. He's not gonna be the hand of the king anymore. And you saw in the trailer how he's basically like, you have to prepare Aegon to be king. So I'm thinking that's like his whole kind of power, kind of getting a power struggle to get back in, after the king is gone and whatnot. So
especially because I got a trusted source that came back and told me about this.
Bad for himself. Hell no. Man, right? No.
But you can tell, like, he's been a snake the entire time, and he's tried to slither his way into that kingdom role.
That's really what
my
it feels
daughter.
like.
Now I'm up here now. Give me the power.
I swear, that's really what that felt like, bro.
Because technically, he is the father-in-law of the king. Technically.
Yeah.
You're grounded.
Yeah. Go to your room, Your Grace.
Yes, Father. Wait a minute.
Yeah, right. No supper, Your Grace. Sit your ass down.
Wait, so that makes Rhaenyra his grandkid.
It's confusing.
Which makes so because you are the father-in-law now, but you're dating my daughter. Is the daughter now married to her brother-in-law?
Her brother-in-law.
Because she married the king, and since the father-in-law was here, I was
gonna say they're related some kind of way because his his mother is the king's cousin. So how? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how Rhaenyra's gonna marry the black dude's son. The black dude's wife is Rhaenyra's father's cousin. So she's basically marrying her cousin. Yeah, she basically marrying her cousin.
Like twice removed cousin, something
like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Make
but
it
it's fucking
sense.
family. Yeah, it's fucking family.
even though Damon was this close to yeah, fuck it, I'll marry her and put a child inside his niece. You guys gotta watch Hot D. Hot D is very full of a lot of interesting topics.
A lot of shit goes on in that, man. A lot of shit.
I just trying to still think about this. I need like an entire like whiteboard that I could draw on to break it down. You're connected here through this family member and somehow.
The whole Charlie Day meme.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense still. Erase everything and get rid of it. Okay. Burn down the house. Wait, what? But also we is great. They don't have contraceptives back then.
Have what?
Condoms, like contraceptives.
No.
So the guard.
Yeah, that was Plan B at the end. That's what that was. That was Plan B that they gave her. I knew that's where you was going.
Yeah.
That's
exactly what it was. Huh, take this.
Plan B.
Take this right here. IQ. What is this? I don't know what this is, but IQ smell good.
To make sure she don't have no kid or nothing. But the crazy thing was they didn't show her drink it, so we don't know if she drank it or not.
Means if she's pregnant,
it'll be Kristen's kid.
Yeah. Then he's gonna probably get out of the royal guard
or something. Killed.
That goes back to One Piece inside of Dressrosa with King Riku and his daughter and marrying the soldier. Yeah. It all ties back in. Rebecca is the granddaughter now, so Rebecca. It starts with an R. Rebecca and Rhaenyra. They're Dressrosa is basically Hot D.
Hell no, I am dead.
This is the perfect way to look at it now.
Man.
Dressrosa is Hot D. And it's Hot Dressrosa because it's a D.
I am dead.
Fucking connections, bro.
No, nigga.
They can talk to dragons already ahead. They gotta be Momonosuke in the sky. Or Kaido.
No. Somebody stop this man. He's going too far. Bring him back.
Hey, reel it in. Reel it in.
Man, right? Come back to us, 12.
I was gonna grab the sword and I get all into it. Fuck it, I'm a Tigerian now.
Hell no. I'm dead.
Man.
But yeah, that's how ideas looking. It looks pretty good. Just real interested to see how things spin out of control going forward. In typical Game of Thrones fashion, when things finally hit, when shit hits the fan and starts to spill out, that's when the show really starts. So right now it just feels, it's been good. Do not get me wrong, it's good,
definitely good.
But it kind of feels like it's been prep work to get us to what's coming now to spin us out into what is really coming forward for the show, and I cannot wait to see it. As I said multiple times, I'm really excited. Game of Thrones is by far my favorite show, like live action show that I've watched. Period, hands down.
We're at what, 150 years in the past?
What, this show?
Yeah,
172.
72 years in the past. We skipped 2 years. 100. So yeah, we're going to skip 6 No. Yeah, we're gonna skip 6 years because
Something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all getting down to. I wonder how long this is gonna be. Is this just like a 1 season thing?
No, I think it's has the ability to go for like 5, I believe.
Break it down.
Somewhere like 3 to 5, something like that. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Definitely will be.
As soon as they get to that fifth episode, they finish it off. I'm gonna start Game of Thrones.
Man, not funny. Nah, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it.
I can't get shit mixed up right now. I'm trying. I'm sitting there talking about Game of Thrones and saying Hot D. Like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, because it's crazy because they're actually spoilers for the ending of what's gonna happen in Hot D in Game of Thrones. Mm-hmm.
I figured as much.
Yeah, one of the characters actually talks about what's gonna happen. So yeah, so I know, but I still can't wait to see how it all unfolds and whatnot. You know,
this is like if this is like exactly what we said before. The roles have flipped. You know what's gonna happen already.
Nah, facts.
It's not One Piece for me, but of course, as Game of Thrones led up to this, it's like definitely.
Oh yeah, facts.
Anybody out there who was watching old slip up, the comment from earlier that'll be edited. If you get all the raw stuff.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Ace is alive,
man. All right, without further ado, we're gonna move into our last topic of the night, which is the She-Hulk review and prediction from what was this? Should have done this beforehand.
This was episode 5.
You got it. Episode 5. There we go. Okay.
Because it was some bullshit. Because somebody sent me off. I swear, if we was a person, bro, you gotta put the gloves on. Now we got a box.
Oh man.
Because somebody told me
it was mean green and straight poured into these jeans. Episode 5.
Getting into She-Hulk finally getting her superhuman costume.
Man, I cannot wait. I mean, we've kind of seen what it's gonna look like in the trailer, but I can't wait to see it in the actual episode when it's not like just a raising up shot or a quick look, you know, where we actually see her like fighting in that motherfucker. I'm excited to see that shit.
The transform up and down, making sure that the spandex works.
Goes whatever. What I said. What Bruce say? Your favorite shit is gonna be spandex. Best friends, spandex. No, I really, you know, despite what people say online and whatnot, I really enjoyed the show. You don't. People take. I guess people expect every Marvel show to be like this serious kind of, you know, super story driven kind of thing. But this to me really just feels like it's a show where there's a story involved into it, but you know, just sit back and let it come. You know, let it come to you. Don't just expect everything to be, you know, plotted out episode. You know, this is, you know, like the normal shows have been so far. This is, I mean, it's a comedy show, and I've enjoyed the comedy aspect of it. It has been really funny.
And Jen even said it also. She said this isn't your typical show. Like the second episode, she was driving in the car and whatnot, and over said, "Yeah, this isn't like how it's going to be." Even though we have cameo appearances from
week after week. No, I really enjoyed it. It's been a nice change of pace. I would like there to be a bit more action, at least, you know, coming up or something like that, because there hasn't really been a lot of fighting or anything like that. But I'd like to see that, because, you know, she is a Hulk. We've only seen her do stuff in the first episode with Bruce, which I really loved.
The fight.
We saw her with the wreck. Yeah, and at the end of that episode, but that was still all in the first one. And then you saw her against those people in the alley. I guess they're like the wrecking crew or something like that. Yeah, the construction workers. And that's really been it, that you see, you know, her like use her abilities and all that kind of stuff, other than just like walking around and, you know, being in Hulk form. So I like, funny as hell, yeah. So I like to see a bit more with her actually, you know, like fighting using her abilities and whatnot. But otherwise, it's been legit. I cannot wait until we see Daredevil, man. Because that post, well, not, it wasn't even a post credit scene that ended the, you know,
Hey,
ended scene of the episode.
this is why we gotta shoot the ones. When me and 16 gotta shoot the. Daredevil gonna be inside the episode. No, wrong. Justice Mask, wrong. Now we gotta shoot the ones, not because of this.
Funny as hell.
But I see how it was like. I'm showing some back like, yeah, Daredevil for to be inside this. This for to be the shit. Oh, she need a lawyer to go against. Oh, this for to. She got a lawyer from her job. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just gonna join the Avengers.
I'm there, or the Avengers with an eye or something, whatever the fuck it was. Yeah. No, I can't wait until I'm guessing it's gonna have to be next episode because they showed his mask at the end of this episode. So why wouldn't he be in next week's episode? Why would you do that? That don't make no sense to me.
Give a little bullshit spoiler alert. That Murdoch is
coming in. I was gonna say coming in the next episode.
Yeah, that's because this shouldn't be around anymore.
No, they said it's for the client coming to pick it up.
But the mask is fucked up though.
No, that's how it's gonna look. It was done.
Shit look fucked up. The black and gold look like punch the shit out one of the damn
yellow. Yeah, with the yellow on it. Mm-hmm. Cause they showed part of it in the trailer where it was like yellow and red.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what it's gonna look like, a mask. So I can't wait to see this version of so it's the same Daredevil, but the MCU kind of changes to the character because as we've seen, it's not gonna be Melvin who's making his suits and whatnot, who made it in the Netflix show. So he's not doing it. So, those little changes and whatnot, I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to change it to adapt it to the MCU.
DC universe.
Trash.
Keep it on.
Trash. In the garbage.
Green Arrow, Flash, that woman, that girl. That's just
you talking about the CW, right? Yeah, the Arrowverse.
Yeah. The crossovers are amazing.
Man, love them.
Those are like I
love them.
I actually didn't know that we're at season 8 now of The Flash, so I got to go back and watch 7 and 8.
Hell no.
Half of 6, 7, and 8.
Yeah.
And then
because 9 is gonna be the final season.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm all caught up on it. Arrow's been done.
Arrow's done with it.
I got it done like 2-3 years ago.
I gotta watch we left off on Arrow 6. I gotta watch the rest of that season. Halfway lost interest. Fucking it up.
Oh well.
But yeah, get back into that. Gotta watch the new Batgirl. Get into that shit. Yeah.
I was gonna say, that shit canceled though. So
yeah,
they basically canceled all of them except the Flash. That's the only one that's coming back for last season, and then the Superman and Lois show.
Just like they canceled Age of
Yeah, but hopes are that fucking the Punisher and Jessica Jones might come back.
That'd be dope.
I just watched the second season of Daredevil. I just finished watching that shit last weekend because I wanted to see the Punisher come back. That was, that season man, bro.
They did great with that season. Season 2 of Daredevil and then the Punisher season. Like,
oh my goodness,
they did. Frank Castle was casted
perfectly, bro. Perfectly. I've loved him as an actor ever since I seen his ass on The Walking Dead as Shane, bro. Perfect. He was a great actor. And then fucking if you haven't seen it, We Own This City is like a little HBO short series based on what was it? Some shit that happened down in Baltimore with the Baltimore Police Department and all that corruption and shit. But he was in it, It's based on real events though, but he was playing one of the people in real life. It's really good. It's really good.
So at our hour and 25, we did good this week.
We did really good this week, considering all the topics we had. But
yeah,
that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yes,
Not on this job for 2
sir.
hours, so now I can actually
get some
stay
extra
up
rest.
a little later. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say shit. Stay up a little later and watch some more Marine for an episode.
What? That too, definitely.
Hey, I can't help it, man. It's like One Piece is it, bro. When you haven't watched the arc for so long, when you watch it again, you kind of. I was gonna say you kind of stuck on it. You can't. You can't pull away. It's almost like you watching it for the first time again. That's why when I started watching from Sabaody all the way through Wano, it damn near felt like I was watching it for the first time. But after I finished Wano and went right back to Sabaody to try and start watching it again, I couldn't, just because I had just watched that shit straight through already. I needed some more time. So when I went back to watch fucking Impaled Down and shit, I was able to kind of just move straight through that because I hadn't really, hadn't really seen that shit in a long time.
Oh, did you ever figure out the word that you come up with?
Yeah, we figured it out in that episode. Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm. You asked.
Make sure we keep coming back for it.
You asked.
I thought it was a fancier word, sir. Excuse me.
I definitely remember it. Well, figured out what the hell it was. Mm-hmm.
Tune in next time for What Will Law Mess Up.
Yeah. We can do that for sure. I might fuck some shit up. Mm-hmm.
As you guys know. So, with that being said,
man, we appreciate you all for tuning in. Another successful episode. We got a bunch of different topics for you all. Still the One Piece stuff, but we got into some other stuff as well with House of the Dragon and with She-Hulk. We'll most likely continue to do those two because they will continue to go on as the weeks go on. We might do maybe another anime and pick out characters or something. Whatever it is, we'll talk about it during the week. And like you said, we come up with our list on our own and reveal them to you all and to each other at the same time. So yeah,
we try not to have similar things, but we're so like-minded.
It's hard not to. It's hard not to. It definitely is. But for sure, we will definitely have those two. House of the Dragon, Hot D. Hot D. There we go. And She-Hulk for sure. And then as far as what we give you on the anime side, we'll decide that during the week, and you'll see whenever we announce it on the podcast. Cause maybe we might start releasing stuff. The stuff beforehand on like Twitter or something like that. But for now, what we do now is you'll know as soon as the podcast comes on because we'll announce it in the beginning of the show.
And at week 1, give us let us get the kink side and get out
we getting it.
We
getting it. You see, we getting it. We pumping out episodes though. We keeping it consistent on Saturdays so far. Episodes will be out Mondays or Tuesdays for sure, sometime around then. And then we will, post it on social, get that all shared out and everything to you all so you can see the YouTube version. So, without the stuff that, stuff that you get on the live version, the different, the beauty of tuning into a live show as opposed to watching it on the clean and manicured version on YouTube.
Definitely come for the live version if you want.
Definitely come and see what gets cut out when you watch it on YouTube later on. So yeah, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode, and we will see y'all in the next one.
Episode 4. LeBron James 4 rings. Golden State Warriors 4 rings.
Hell no.